Good evening, hello, and welcome to Michael Muller's Data 608 final presentation. So, let's jump right into it. The original goal was to plot predicted MTA delays based off GTFS live feed data. The adjusted goal basically became a system to show live and static MTA data by neighborhood so that I can extend it into an app later this summer on Android. Anyway, so the important data I created was for every canon neighborhood in New York City, take for example Park Slope or East Village, I've attached a number of train lines that run through. What does that mean? That doesn't mean the A line, the C line, the E line are 3. It just means if there's a train station, say 9th and 4th Avenue in Park Slope, that's one occurrence of a train station, right? And we go in there, we take its coordinates, and we go inside the polygons that are the neighborhoods, and we find out where each station is inside each neighborhood, and we say, hey, this neighborhood has X amount of train stations. This data is important for people like urban developers who say, hey, where should I put the next train station? Well, how about one of these void gray areas where there's absolutely no MTA trains, right? Right. So here we have a demonstration of the Choropleth plotting the live data. We look at the little markers here. That's a 7 train, that's a G train, and here they all are running around. So you can look at this one day on your cell phone app and be like, hey, why are there no squares here? And it turns out there's a delay. I'll also include a feature that'll just read out the entire neighborhood for a delay. Anyway, so the steps I took to do this was I downloaded and parsed MTA static and live GTFS feeds, which came in proto files, GTFS, and then JSON, a real labyrinth, and then we find and plot the neighborhood GeoJSON and the MTA line GeoJSON, right? As you can see, that was done. So originally I'd started with the plotting device or library Folium, which was fantastic. However, I found more support for the libraries of Plotly. Not enough support as I would have liked for my small feeble mind. I could not figure out that the layers in a choropleth would automatically gradient according to severity or magnitude. So I included 3 layers in the MTA route density, right? I had one layer that was yellow, one that's orange, I hope you can see that, and one that is red. This was to represent how many train stations there were. See, there's only 3 train stations in this neighborhood. What is that, Bay Ridge or Sunset Park? And that would be yellow. And you can see this is dimmer, so it only has 2, right? Anyway, so I binned it into yellow, orange, and red. I thought I'd do my own gradient. So now I have a 3-dimensional gradient going on where we have 3 sets of colors all with their gradients. Anyway, so that was a mistake that I'll be rectifying, right? With only one layer doing all the gradients for us. A very simple and salient data we have in every train station when we live update. There's for every train station we have the current number of trains currently parked in there. For example, when I took this live feed data in 59th Street in Columbus Circle, they had the most parked trains in there getting passengers at 4. And then we also have in every neighborhood, this is static data, you can download it to help you with maybe a predictor variable for New York City real estate, is we have a neighborhood. East New York has a total of 19 MTA stations accessible. What does that mean? That means that if you go into East New York, there are 19 stations where you can just go right in and get to the MTA. Versus we go all the way down here. In Baychester, there's only one MTA station. They have hardly any access to MTA. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed my short and sweet presentation. I hope it was short, and I hope it was sweet. Anyway, good night.